Hello dear friend, I'm Pema. I know many of you visiting Tibet are concerned about altitude sickness, dizziness, nausea, and general discomfort. Some of you are even considering moving to Tibet for work or long-term living, and you are curious about how the high altitude environment may affect your lifespan. Today I'm here to address these concerns. Firstly, does living at high altitude really shorten your life? The answer is yes. People who come from low altitude areas to work in Tibet long term will experience a reduction in lifespan. Tibet is, after all, a high altitude region in China. Moving sadly from oxygen-rich low altitude to high altitude can take a toll on your body. The most significant impact is on the herd. Mainland Chinese who have lived in Tibet for over 4 years often experience an enlarged herd and increases the herd right to adapt to the low oxygen environment. This can lead to high blood pressure, heart diseases, and lung issues. Some people adapt well and avoid major illness, but they will still face challenges like the shortness of breath after exhaustion, a dry mouth during sleep, and skin crease after the harsh sunlight. And the thing is also, as the memory is lost and physical again, which is why many people look out after living in Tibet for a few years. This lifespan reduction isn't just for outsiders, it affects local Tibetans too, which is one reason why the retirement age in Tibet is lower than in mainland China, because the altitude that humans are adapted to is below 2,000 meters. Above 2,000 meters, people will feel oxygen deficiency even in Ningqin, which has relatively lower altitude in Tibet. The altitude is still around 3,000 meters. That's why many Tibetans choose to settle in lower altitude areas like Chengdu as the age. You may be thinking, Pema, after hearing all this, I'm scared to visit Tibet. Actually, you don't need to worry as long as your physical condition makes the standard a short trip to Tibet won't have any impact on your health. The fact I mentioned occurred after living in Tibet for over 4 years. This video is mainly crucial for those considering working for study in Tibet long term. I remember once asking a challenge classmate from Shandong whether he could stay and develop in Tibet in the future. He said, why not? There's many job opportunities, great policies, high salaries, and beautiful landscapes. Why could I? Asked him if he knew that living in Tibet is for a long time would shorten his lifespan. And he said he do rather live carefree in Tibet to 16 than struggle elsewhere to 17. I believe life is quality isn't just about length, death matters too. What's the point of living for 10,000 years if you are unhappy? Okay, that's all for today's video. Once again, coming to travel in Tibet really has no impact on your body at all. We welcome everyone to come here. I'm Pema from Tibet Horizon. We have 8 years of expertise in organizing Tibet tour for international visitors. If you have any questions regarding Tibet tourism, please feel free to contact us via email or WeChat. And see you next time, everyone. Have a good day.
Tashi de la Pema Tibet Horizon is a local Tibetan travel agency specializing in global tourists based in Xizang, China. If you want to travel to Tibet, please contact me via WhatsApp 861319489085 or email guide@tibetantourism.com.